Premier League, no doubt, is unbelievably unpredictable, and a lot of stuffs are happening, a lot of twists and turns in the title race. Some weeks ago, Arsenal were coasting clear, looking at taking away the Premier League just like that. And before you know what is happening, you saw the resurgence of Man City and they are winning, and the title race is now tied as ever. And the top six is changing every now and then. United that were languishing in 14th, 10th, and sixth position are already in the fourth position, and they are really solid there and really fighting on all fronts. Anyways, this is scoreline prediction. We're going to be looking at the matches that are coming up this weekend. It's going to be explosive. Then the first match of the weekend is going to be Bournemouth and Sunderland playing. It's going to be an interesting one to see Anthony Raola boy and the Regis Lebris boys playing. For the first time this season, the Regis Lebris boys have lost at the Stadium of Light and they've conceded. And it means that their impregnability has been broken down. This is the Premier League. You never say die. You never say never. Anyways, it's going to be an interesting one. But I believe in Antonio Raola boys. They're going to be taking this by 3-1 because they're going to be on all fronts looking out for goal, especially when they realize that they couldn't beat West Ham over the weekend. And now it's going to be 3-1 Bournemouth and 1-0 to Sunderland. And the next game is going to be Burnley versus Brentford. It's going to be Scott Parker and Kate Andrew. This promises to be an interesting one. I don't know how the Burnley boys are going to be dealing with the set piece prowess of Michael Coyote and the way Thiago Eagle will be playing. And this is going to be an interesting fight. But I see Brentford taking this by 2-1, beating Burnley by 2-1 because it's going to be an interesting one. But Brentford are going to be smoking in all fronts, especially when they lost their last game. They're going to do everything possible to see how they're going to really win this game. The other one is going to be Liverpool against West Ham. This is like a stroll in the park for Liverpool because Liverpool, with the kind of players that they have, and slot ball not firing all cylinders, they're going to be looking at how they can truly win this. With Nuno Espirito boys messing up and losing all the chances they ought to have utilized in winning against United and against Bournemouth, this is going to be one they're going to languish. It's going to be 3-0 to Liverpool, and West Ham is going to be losing by 3-0. So it's going to be 3 Liverpool, West Ham, 0. Newcastle against Everton. This match is one match that is going to really be tough. With David Moyes losing at Hillsborough Stadium for the second time this season, after losing to Arsenal and to United, it's going to be a really tough one. Both sides are really going to be geared up for it. They're going to be pumped for it. And Newcastle, too, having lost to Man City recently, will be looking at rekindling their hope and giving their opponents their fans some level of hope, letting them know that they are into this. But this match is really going to be a really tough one for them. And looking at this match, the way it's going to end, I think it's going to end in all square. 1-1. It's going to be 1 goal apiece to either side. And the other one is going to be Man City Leeds. Man City Leeds is like a stroll in the park for Man City. Man City are going to be winning this by 3-1. They're going to be winning. Knowing the way Leeds play, they're always on the front foot. Even when you are beating them 10-0, they are trying to attack you. Definitely they're going to get a goal in this game. But it's going to be Man City 3 and Leeds United 1. So the other one is going to be United against Crystal Palace. This game is going to be a tough one. But I don't know. I don't know what gives me the impression that this game is going to end in a draw. But looking at the way United score last-minute goals, they're going to win this. It's going to be United 2, Crystal Palace 1. Because Crystal Palace, they've lost their key players, Maguire, except Daniel Munoz that is now playing, and jogging chance that came all the way from Wolves that is now playing for them. But I don't see them that formidable. But this is going to be 2-1 to United. United are going to be taking this by 2-1. And Brighton against Forest, it promises to be an interesting one. Brighton is going to be beating Forest. They're going to take Forest to the cleaners. They're going to score as much as 3 goals. It's going to be 3-1. 3 to Brighton and 1 to Forest. And the other one is going to be Fulham against Spurs. Spurs are in the worst of their situation. This is really going to be tough for them because I don't know how Igor Tudor can really get out of the limelight of the firing cylinder, having lost the London derby, which was his baptism of fire, and going away against Fulham. This is really going to be tough for him. I foresee this game ending 3-1 in favor of Fulham, 3-1 over Spurs. And the Super Sunday match is going to be between Arsenal and Chelsea, their London rivals. I know Chelsea are still battling with that loss over Arsenal when they lost to Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. But this is not the Carabao Cup, it's the Premier League. Arsenal have an onslaught to consolidate their lead in the Stormit. Why? Chelsea want to be spoilers. But this game promises to be an interesting one. It's one that's going to be edged with tactical know-how of both coaches. But since I foresee both sides playing similar style of play, but with the absence of Cucurella, Wesley Fofana is going to be a tough one for the Blues. But this game is going to be Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. So this is how it's been on this edition of Scoreline Prediction. In case you have a different or contrary opinion, you have an impression of what you think it should be or what choice of Scoreline Prediction, please go to the comment section, just indicate what you have. Or that come your way again.